Daiki carried an old key everywhere he went. It dangled from his neck, cold against his skin, heavy despite its small size. He didn't know what door it opened anymore. Maybe he never truly did. But it had belonged to his father, and his father's father before that. Keep it close, they said. It's who you are. So Daiki did, even when it snagged his clothes, even when it pulled his head down, even when it made him feel chained to something he couldn't even name. The years moved on, but Daiki didn't. He crossed rivers, climbed hills, entered new cities, but always with the same weight pressing against his chest. Sometimes, he wondered what life would feel like without it. Would he walk taller? Would he run faster? Would the world feel lighter in his hands? But then fear would creep in, whispering, "Without the key, who would you be?" And so, each time doubt flickered, Daiki gripped the key tighter, mistaking heaviness for meaning. One evening, Daiki reached a cliff overlooking a valley he had never seen before. The sky bled into colors he had no name for. The air tasted like freedom. For the first time, he felt the urge to run. Not from something, but toward something unknown. He gripped the key around his neck and hesitated. It weighed more now than ever. Maybe if I let it go. The thought startled him. Could he be someone without it? Could he build a life not shaped by someone else's hand? The answer wasn't clear, but the longing in his chest was louder than the fear in his mind. If this light speaks to something inside you, subscribe and ring the bell. Maybe it's time to stop hiding your own. Daiki stood at the edge, the wind pulling at his hair, at his clothes, almost begging him to loosen his grip. His fingers trembled around the old metal. If I drop it, will I lose who I am? He thought. Or had he already lost himself by holding on too tightly? Below him the valley stretched wide, untouched, waiting. Above him the sky cracked open with the first stars of the night, silent witnesses to his choice. For the first time in his life, Daiki realized that sometimes the things we refuse to let go are the very things that keep us small. With a deep breath that shook his whole body, Daiki unclasped the chain. For a second, he only stared at the key lying in his hand. All the years, all the weight, all the silent obedience wrapped around it. Then, with a motion so small it almost felt like nothing, he let it fall. The key disappeared into the valley below, swallowed by the vastness. The moment it left his fingers, something inside him broke. But it wasn't pain. It was release. The air tasted sweeter. His chest rose higher. His steps felt lighter. For the first time, Daiki was not carrying history. He was carrying himself. As Daiki walked down into the valley, he didn't know exactly where the path would lead. He didn't have a map. He didn't have a plan. But he had something he had never truly owned before. Freedom. The freedom to make mistakes, to choose wrong roads, to find his own meaning. The freedom to become someone new, not someone inherited. And maybe, the things we fear letting go of are the very things keeping us from becoming who we were meant to be. What are you still holding on to? And who could you become if you finally let it go?